Hello, gamer family. This is the video that we just finished recording is a Minecraft video with a cliffhanger. I hope you enjoy it in like 10 months. Anyways, chapter 19. This is a gimmick map. See, I've been playing Fates on the lowest difficulty, but just the amount I played Fates a lot in the past couple of months, and I just feel like I'm getting so much better at Fire Emblem, even on this lowest difficulty, because it really teaches you to pay attention. And this is a map that I didn't realize had a gimmick until about 2 years ago, so about my third or fourth, maybe fourth or fifth playthrough of Fates Birthright, and this map has a gimmick. And I didn't know about that for the longest time. For at least 2 playthroughs, if not 3. Probably 3. Which is insane. Anyways, wow, Leo wasn't kidding. This is the only way to travel. Did everyone make it through?
Yes, we're all here. I'm almost certain Nohrian forces haven't laid claim to this area yet. We should be safe for the time being.
There's a real slight echo on your end, Seth, and it sounds really cool when you're voicing Ryoma.
They're probably still looking for us in the forest. Agreed. This could work out perfectly if we time everything just right.
Very well, let's get to it. Any idea how to actually find this Rainbow Sage person? Me when this is the only route in the entire Fates game where Ryoma hadn't gone to the Rainbow Sage like 2 years ago.
I'm afraid not. I suppose the first thing we should do is find someone to interrogate.
Or we could just try talking to people. Like the
Talking
older
to
guy
people
over
who does
there.
that?
He looks like he's been here for a while. Excuse me, sir. Do you have a moment? I'll voice him. Are you lost? Is there a troop in town? Your costumes are splendid, just splendid! Actually, we're just travelers. We're looking for an old friend? Some people call him the Rainbow Sage. Have you heard of him? I wonder why they call him that.
Did he just call us cosplayers?
Yes, he did. I wonder why they call him the Rainbow Sage. Anyways, it's no longer June. The Rainbow Sage is your friend? So you're a traveling comedy team, is that it? What do you mean? Why do you find that funny? I suppose I misspoke earlier. We haven't met the Rainbow Sage yet, but we were hoping to find him. Do you have any idea how we might track him down? Let me spare you a great deal of pain. Give up now. Almost nobody has visited the Rainbow Sage and lived.
I assure you that we are up to the task. There is a man from Nohr, a prince named Xander with golden hair.
He has blonde hair, actually.
Is he one of those few who survived?
Oh, yes, I remember him. You are quite knowledgeable. I believe he was the 4th person to meet the Rainbow Sage and survive. The first was Samaragi, the former king of Hoshido. A young Prince Garan also made the pilgrimage. I hear the 3rd individual was an unknown knight no one had ever heard of before. What?
Alex, it's you.
No, I'm trying to think who that could be. My curiosity is killing me.
It's killing the cat.
Alex is a cat?
I think I know who it is. I think I know who the 3rd one is. I think it's Gunther, but it's never actually confirmed. but Gunther never reappears in Fates, so... Weird choice. But yeah, Sander was the 4th! Unbelievable. We're following in the footsteps of King Samaragi and King Garen. Stranger, thank you for the warning, but we are undeterred. Can you tell us how to find the Rainbow Sage? Well, if you insist. See that mountain over there? That's the Mount Sagas. It's a formidable peak, and at its summit you will find the Sevenfold Sanctuary. It's called the Sevenfold Sanctuary because there's 7 rooms. Wait. Yes, because there's 7 rooms. There is 7 rooms. I had to double check that in my mind. If the legend is to be believed, yes, he supposedly resides on the top floor. But let me just warn you one more time. Most people never even make it to the summit alive. I can't believe what kinds of challenges await in that place. I've heard every kind of rumor you can imagine. Who saw poisonous snakes, trapdoors everywhere. I don't believe a word of it, but the only way to know for sure is to reach the top. Well, thank you, sir. We truly appreciate all the information you've given us. It's my pleasure. Good luck to you. Oh, and try not to die! You heard him, everyone. I heartily second that advice. Now let's make our way to that mountain. Ho ho ho! I'm gonna quickly... Actually, I'm gonna wait for this cutscene, then I'll close my door, because the dogs left me. Just like my wife. Okay, now I'm gonna pause it. Huff huff. Is everyone alright? So far the climb is strenuous, but not overly dangerous.
You're right. So far, so good. Everyone has managed to keep pace. However, I believe we are approaching the building that the old man warned us about.
Yes.
Spooky, spooky.
The Sevenfold Sanctuary. How do you feel, Ryoma? Are we ready for this? Perhaps I should go ahead to scout.
Nonsense. We're sticking with you no matter what awaits in there.
Thank you, Ryoma. Alright, everyone. Let's go! Woo! So I'm not gonna say what the gimmick is aloud yet, because I want to actually go on the map first. What supports do I have to have built still? Okay, everyone except for pretty much everyone is ready for their S support or their A support, except for Ryoma and Kagero, who already had their A support, but they are not ready for their next support. Oh, I don't need Azuma. I would rather for this map. Yeah, I'll take Jacob actually. He would actually be useful, I think. This means I can have a healer on both sides. Actually, I need to show the map gimmick now because I need to decide who I want. So, these students are min-maxed. The gimmick of this map is min-maxing. High defense, low res. High defense, low res. High defense, low res. High strength, low magic. This one kind of has both. High res, no defense. High res, no defense. High res, almost no defense. Bloody, 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 blood. Here. High defense and res. High magic and speed. High everything except for strength. No strength. And then, low everything except for strength. Those two, he has high speed, low everything else. He has high skill, low everything else. So yeah, that's the gimmick of this map. Sadly, I don't have...
He's not a skill issue?
Huh? Yeah,
So
that
he's
guy
not
has...
a skill issue?
That guy does not have a skill issue, the rest of them do. It's actually a really fun idea of a gimmick. I unfortunately don't have a lot of weapons that attack at... This side's gonna be rough because I don't have a ton of things that do magic damage. I think that does, though. No, Yeah, I actually don't have a ton of magic damage, so this could actually be kind of rough. Bolt Axe? But I don't think I have anyone that can use the Bolt Axe. That's the problem. Sakura can use magic, though. Well, that's the wrong thing. Not very well, but she can. If I promoted Hayato, I should have promoted Hayato. If I promoted him, I could have brought him. Because he would have actually been useful on this map. Do I have the Flame Shuriken? I keep hitting the wrong button. Do I have the Flame Shuriken by any chance? I know I can buy some magic weapons. I'm actually going to buy a handful of magic weapons because they're actually really useful for this map. Because I pretty much have not used the shop in this game. You can tell because I have a lot of money. Okay, can I buy a Bolt Naginata? Yes, I can buy a Bolt Naginata. And can I buy the Flame Shuriken? There we go. Now I got magic weapons. Good.
Oh, and Alex.
Yes.
You were right. You were right about predicting a sequel for the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. It's coming next year.
Well, yeah, they announced the sequel before the movie was even made because they made a profit before the movie even made. Was maybe before the movie even released.
It's also very likely that they're actually, because Matthew Lillard signed a 3-movie deal, so they might be doing a 3rd movie too.
I wouldn't be shocked.
The first movie is based. Yeah.
The next one have to bomb for them not to do a 3rd movie. If he signed a 3-movie contract, it's gonna have to bomb for them not to make another one. So
yeah,
Mr. FNAF fan Seth should be pretty excited because you probably got a trilogy coming.
Yeah. And so what they're actually doing with these movies is they're basing them all on the first 3 games. So we know for sure based on leaks that we've seen.
Oh hell yeah! You look at leaks.
The people who made the props for the FNAF movie, as well as the the animatronic suits, it is going to be entirely based on the second game.
Oh!
We know that the main.
I like second game.
The
second game is like the one FNAF game I can actually look back and say, okay, that thing actually kind of slaps. The first 2 actually, I can't. I may not like the later games, but the first and second one are actually. The first and second ones I can actually say I have a lot of respect for. So that's exciting. That's actually pretty exciting. Matthew Lillard voices Freddy, right?
Matthew Lillard is the one who plays William Afton.
Okay,
he's the one who plays
so that's
Purple
why him
Guy.
being in all the movies is a big deal. I knew it couldn't have been the main guy.
Yeah.
The main guy, if this one's based off the second game, this is probably a prequel, so.
Well, so that we're actually not too sure about.
If it's based on the second game, it should be a prequel, though.
Maybe. Yeah, but apparently the movie is supposed to be like an alternate universe in the games.
True,
so
but
what's likely to have happened is, since the first movie saw the abandoned pizzeria crumble to the ground and stuff like that, a lot of people are thinking that Fazbear Entertainment is going to go back to the old pizzeria, collect the old animatronics, and use their parts to make the new animatronics and do like a grand reopening.
I mean, they could do
that.
It's
very confusing.
But I remember, like, when the second game released, like, the big deal about the second game was like, oh, this isn't a sequel, this is a prequel. So them missing that opportunity with this movie is a bad idea, especially because they could build towards Fazbear Fright for the 3rd movie.
Yeah, you
Can you guys hear me okay?
I can hear you. I couldn't hear Alex, though.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Alex, you are right about the second game being a prequel in the game universe.
It better be that way in the
for
movie.
some reason, yeah, I'm not exactly quite sure. No one really knows what's supposed to be in what universe and not, and that's kind of the flaw that Five Nights at Freddy's has with its storytelling.
There's a
one
lot
knows
of
if
flaws
the
with the
book-
storytelling. That's not the only one.
Oh yeah. Honestly, there's so many pet peeves I have with the storytelling of the games. It's kind of frustrating because a lot of people argue whether the books are canon to the games. And here's the thing that, like, Scott Cawthon himself literally came out to say that some of the Birthright stories are canon and some aren't, but he never said which ones.
See,
So
the
no
thing
one
that,
knows what's canon.
there's two things that killed my interest in Five Nights at Freddy's really fast. One, sister location. I just did not like that game. Two, it almost seems like Scott, whenever someone like Game Theory was actually on the right track, it almost seemed like he would purposely change the plans just to be like, no, you were wrong. And I do not respect
Yeah,
that.
and to be honest,
I
that
actually
doesn't
despise that.
surprise me.
Is that because that's bad
Yeah.
storytelling? If the people who are predicting things right, that's a sign of good storytelling. It means that they foreshadow, the build-up and foreshadowing was good. So the fact that it seems like he was purposely changing things just because someone guessed it is actually really sucky storytelling. So that's what lost
Another
me.
problem, like, Steelwool is the one that's making a lot of the FNAF games now, and their whole ideology is they want to keep people theorizing and not... Like, they want to keep people theorizing, which, I mean...
21st century
that's
engagement.
Okay.
Internet
Yeah, it's like-
engagement.
Okay, but...
I
it's
love
okay
Doctor Who,
to-
but Doctor Who was hurt by that exact same philosophy.
Yeah. And that's the route Five Nights at Freddy's is going down, unfortunately, with the modern games. And that's the reason why no one can figure out what's going on in the story.
Because it's made as
Or one of
confusing
the
as
reasons.
possible for engagement, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I personally don't think Doctor Who did as bad of a job at that as some people on the internet would have you believe. But social media reactions definitely show that kind of stuff hurt Doctor Who.
And it's like,
Cole can't agree or disagree with me yet, though, because he hasn't seen the most recent season. Yeah.
it's like, so, to be completely transparent,
Mhm.
I don't hate the newer games like a lot of other people do necessarily. Like, there are parts of Security Breach that I do genuinely like, and I did have fun with. I just really don't like the storytelling. And Security Breach, well, I'm going to give Steelwool the benefit of the doubt, because Security Breach was announced in 2019, and it was released in late 2021, which means Security Breach was worked on during the pandemic. So I can give Steelwool the benefit of the doubt for it kind of being released in such a bad condition. And Security Breach has been worked on a lot. And so, like, there's been so much stuff patched out of Security Breach that the game actually runs a lot better.
That's good.
There are still a ton of problems that Security Breach has, like its storytelling, and there's a few bugs here and there.
A few's not that bad.
Yeah. Overall, I just think the storytelling of the modern games is just not good.
I may have done an oopsie daisy.
And I feel like it's kind of starting to piss a lot of fans off because they're constantly feeling like... And this goes all the way back to FNAF 4, because now FNAF 4 is being questioned again. Because no one even knows who we played as in FNAF 4. At first, we all thought we played as the crying child that we saw in the mini games. Now,
I
it
remember
may be that you play as Michael. And to be honest, no one... And apparently Scott has even come to say that it's like an unsolvable mess, FNAF 4.
And that's
which
a,
is
that's
really
a big
not
problem.
Yeah, if you can't tell the story of... And look, okay, I'm not saying that Scott is a bad game designer. he's a great game designer. His games are very good. And I do hold a lot of respect to him for making those games. But if you can't, like, there's clearly a problem with the storytelling. And I'm hoping that the movie isn't going to follow down that path. Because the books also had that problem a lot.
Oh, now I figured
Like, one of the books...
I thought I was doomed because I thought Aboro was gonna die. These guys don't have weapons. Anyways, continue. That caught me off guard and I needed to say it.
But yeah, like, I don't know. Thing with, like, even with the books, the Silver Eyes trilogy, which was the first book series that had ever come out, had a whole ton of problems. The first book was fine. The first book was great, actually. I loved it. It was a perfect Five Nights at Freddy's story. Twisted Ones was a bad story. Like, in concept, it could have been maybe okay, but I had to go back, when I was reading that book, I had to go back so many times and reread multiple different sentences just to understand what was going on.
That's
because it was
not
so
good.
confusing to read.
That's
And
about the worst thing you can say to a book.
Yeah. Fourth Closet was okay at best. I'm being completely honest when I say that, because Fourth Closet is what introduced Remnant into the series, which is kind of what made Sister Location, like, kind of what made people's opinions on Sister Location go down a little bit.
Oh,
And Remnant is just a really, really bad RPG, in my opinion.
What is Remnant?
Basically, you're gonna hate hearing this. It's melted metal combined with, like, agony. Your soul. Like, the soul of a person. That's what Remnant is supposed to be. And it's one of my least favorite things.
That sounds
There's
like
worse that Five Nights at Freddy's has come up with. but
goddamn Terminator movie
one
at
of
this
these-
point.
Yeah. It kind of... Five Nights at Freddy's went from, like, paranormal to science fiction, kind of to just AI taking over, and, like, I don't mind the whole AI thing. Like, I think that that's actually fine. I don't think there's necessarily a problem with the glitch trap and mimic stuff nowadays all that much, but I hated the sci-fi aspect of it. Yeah, that's my rant.
You're not alone.
Me when my 5 nights goes on for 6 nights. That's all I have
Me
to
when
say
my
in response to the
Freddy-
rant.
Me when my Freddy's
Me when my Freddy is Fazbear all over.
thing. Me when my Five Nights are at Freddy's.
Me when Freddy's my
Maybe
dad.
they're real. Maybe the real Five Nights at Freddy's.
Is the friends we
was
made
the
along
friends
the
we
way.
made along the way.
Me when Freddy is my
Hey, Miss
father.
Cole, how are you? Cole, how are you?
I'm good, yeah.
Probably worse after hearing all that.
I have zero knowledge of Five Nights at Freddy's, so I'm just building a wall. Well, what's going on these days?
Are you playing Minecraft?
Yeah, been
Have you
building a
played
wall for a while.
1.21?
What was that?
Have you played 1.21?
The newest one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the newest one.
No. No, I have not.
I actually haven't either. And there's a reason for that YouTube
I
that you'll
really-
find out in 2025 of why I haven't played it. It looks fun though. I'm assuming you played it, Seth. How is
I
it?
would recommend it.
I'm assuming the
I
trial
would
chambers are
recommend
actually
it.
pretty
I
fun.
have visited- Yeah. I visited one of the trial chambers. So I went into creative and wanted to find a trial chamber by, like, slash locating it,
Yeah.
and like go into survival to try it out, and it's actually pretty fun. It's beginner friendly and it's advanced friendly, which is really
Ooh.
good. And I'm really proud of Mojang for that.
Yeah, because they have
Like, it's
things
an
like the
actually-
Ominous Trials as well, to my
good-
understanding.
Yeah. And I don't really mind the whole bad omen effect being changed. I actually like the ominous bottle. I think that's a pretty interesting mechanic.
Yeah,
And the mace is amazing.
if only they didn't nerf it in the high heavens, though.
I have tortured a lot of mobs in creative mode with the mace.
Me when Seth commits torture.
But yeah, and
What's your favorite method of
the
torture?
breeze is also a very interesting mob. I really hope they go the route of making different like elemental blazes
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
No, I agree.
think
I
that
agree.
That's kind of interesting.
See, I obviously YouTube. If you look at my channel, you'll see that I've had my fair share of complaints of some aspects of modern Minecraft. But 1.21 genuinely seems like everything I have wanted in an update. No
I will
revamped
say-
content. It's all new content. It's fun. It fills a purpose. It doesn't feel too easy or hard, depending on the game, to my knowledge. Maybe if, like, obviously if you have full nether. To my knowledge, if you have full netherite, it's still a challenge. And it sounds like the risk versus reward isn't completely screwed up. Because that's my issue with the ancient cities, because in theory, a very late game structure that's really hard, even in netherite armor, is awesome, but the ancient cities have no real rewards that make it worth going to, so I don't like that. But it seems like, to me, the trial
Not to
chambers
mention
also have the
ancient
risk versus
cities.
reward done well, so... No, it genuinely seems like the right direction. It also seemed like a pretty solid amount of content for the amount of development time. Because that was my issue with, like, things like the cave update. I just don't feel like it had enough cave biomes to justify how long it took. Where, to me, 1.21, it feels like a really just solid update.
It
And
really does.
I do want to play it, I've
really-
just been too busy with something else.
Yeah.
Um,
But yeah, I honestly do hope that they go the route of making different elemental blazes. I think that that's a really interesting sort of concept. Like, we could see maybe a snow type of blaze, a water, like an electricity or like plasma, and like stuff like that.
Yeah, no, I actually am really excited to... By the time this video comes out, Minecon will have happened, and we'll actually, people watching this video will know what one general idea of what 1.22 is going to be. But recording Alex here is really curious to see what it is. Because
I'm really hoping. for an
I've
end
had some
update.
issues with I have my fair share of complaints about 1.16 too, but 1.16 was genuinely a great update, and most of my complaints are honestly being too harsh on it. I'm really this is the best update since 1.16. This is also the first update since 1.17 that essentially isn't just caves and cliffs part blank number as well, which also
Yeah.
helps my opinion of it. I am really excited to see where they go next. I genuinely
I really hope. I hope, at least one of the. Oh goodness, what's the word? I hope one of the next updates is going to update the end.
I
I feel like it's crying for it.
honestly feel no desire for an end update, which I know is a really weird opinion. If they do an end update, I'm not going to complain. But there's so much else I'd rather, because that's one of the reasons why I liked 1.21. I'm kind of tired of the basic bare minimum updates.
Yeah.
I would
I think
rather
they should add a new.
I'd rather a completely
Don't know.
new content. I'd love a giant biome update that adds a bunch of new biomes to a bunch of different stuff. Add a couple new cave update biomes. Add a couple new nether biomes. Maybe add an end biome even. And maybe update some of the remaining biome biomes, but also add more biomes. I just want a completely like an update that just adds a ton of biomes. Maybe some revamp, but a ton of new ones. I love something like that. A new dimension would also be my next big thing.
Just in time.
I think that would be good too.
I only want an end update if it's just a random new biome that adds some cool stuff, or it has to do with more progression. It's been long enough. I think it is time to add more progression to Minecraft.
And I feel like with the end, one of the big reasons that I really want an end update is because it feels like you only go to the end to fight the dragon and to get like the elytra and stuff like that. It doesn't really feel like a place you actually want to go to.
And that's one of the reasons why I want the end to become a stepping stone to the next step. So I kind of would rather them wait to update the end until they add something after the end. Update the end with how the nether was updated when the end was added. Because obviously, blaze rods, nether fortresses weren't always in the nether. They were added to the nether with the purpose of building towards the end. And that's
Alex,
what I want them to do to the end. I want them to, if they update the end, I want it to be with the next thing in mind.
Alex, I think I have like a pretty good idea because you said that you'd be interested in like a new dimension.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a way we could incorporate that, and it could also make the ancient cities not entirely like risk with no reward.
Make you have to go there.
Yeah.
Warriors, you have done one making this far, but make no mistake, the challenge is far from over. Now show me what you can do. Yeah, make the portal of the next dimension the giant thing in the end city, and make it so that you need something that you can get from the end to activate it.
And you see, that's what people thought the heavy core was going to do before it was going to be used as the mace.
Yeah.
Because it fit perfectly onto the, what is it called? Reinforced deep slate. Like the square right in the middle. I feel like...
Magnificent. You prove yourself worthy. See, because I think a next dimension shouldn't just... Because the end is pretty easy to get to. You have to find... And it is kind of similar pattern. You have to find a structure in the overworld, but you have to use items from the nether. You have to find a structure in the overworld, you have to use items from the end. It literally works perfectly. It fits. It feels very Minecrafty. The ancient city portal, you're gonna have to find the ancient city, so maybe make it a little bit easier to find ancient cities, add an item that allows you to more easily find the ancient cities, maybe in a new structure or an updated biome.
Or a map.
Nah, something more fun than a map. Something more like the Ender Pearls in a map. But I think they did add ancient city maps.
No, they added a trial chamber map as well as like a Woodland Mansion one and Ocean Monument one, but there's not an ancient city one.
But add some more.
I checked the last one I'm trying to trade.
Maybe make it be in one of the trail ruins.
That's true. And
Give a progression to use. Because we need Minecraft's about exploration, so to get to this new dimension, you should need to have a bunch of stuff from all over the world. So stuff from like the trail ruins, maybe from the trial chambers. Find the portal in the ancient city, and then you need stuff from the end to activate it. That to me sounds. I'm about to say crude things. That sounds like a Minecraft wet dream to me. So, like that's what I want.
I have an idea.
Yes?
So, I have an idea for a way to open the portal. So, we could use the trail ruins to find a way to find an ancient city.
Yeah, I like that. Because it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. Because the trail ruins are old and hidden, covered beneath the ground. The ancient city is old and ancient and covered beneath the ground. They're both extremely old. So linking those two together makes sense.
And we could also use, much like how you have to use an Ender Pearl and Blaze Powder to make Eyes of Ender to be able to unlock the end portal, what you could do is you could use something from the end, and you could use the Echo Shard in the ancient city. That way the Echo Shard becomes more useful, rather than just making a recovery compass to make something to open the portal.
Boom.
There we go.
There you
Mojang,
go.
hire us.
You got the new dimension update. But I'd rather a massive biome update first, though, that adds a bunch of new biomes, particularly to the Nether, and Nether, End, and Underground, as I feel like all of those still need more biomes, because the surface overworld is still more interesting than all of those. The Nether probably, frankly, the caves probably will take the least amount of effort. There's this mod called Alex's Caves, and it does a lot of things that would be really cool in vanilla. Cole can confirm
Like
this,
dinosaurs.
actually.
Your caves, Alex?
No, not my caves. I wish they were my caves. But yeah, and even something like an ice cave. Not having an ice cave is a real shock, because that's the most basic idea and it would be so much fun. Anyways, let's get this dialogue and supports out of the way. YouTube, next video is when it all changes for this series, because that's when we have barely any more supports to do. Hooray. Alright everyone, this is it. The moment of truth. Beyond this door, we'll finally meet the legendary Rainbow Sage.
Be careful, Uwu. Don't let your guard down just yet. Oh yeah, Cole? Our character's name is Uwu.
Hanging on by a thread here, man.
You're right. Let's just take this slowly. Yeah, I promise the next avatar name I make is not going to be the most sus or stupid thing in the world. Okay, axe that other one, but it's not going to be like Uwu or suck or anything like that. It's going to be nonsense still, but it's not going to be.
Like hello?
It's going to be more like that. On 1, 2, 3.
Oh, hello!
You? What are we doing back here again?
Oh, this is where I live. Sorry to disappoint you.
It can't be. You're the Rainbow Sage? Why didn't you say so when we first met you?
Well, that wouldn't have been any fun, would it? Dementia moment!
God, I'm gonna get cancelled so fast.
The legend would take a bit of a hit if you could just be
anywhere. What did you say, Seth?
I didn't even hear what you said.
I said, dementia moment, while screaming.
Oh.
I suppose you're right. Well, now that we've made it, will you grant us the same power you've granted the others?
No.
What do you mean,
Yeah.
no? We've done everything you asked! Or is there some other challenge we've yet to face?
No, there's nothing else. You've done it. You can hold your heads up high. Don't you see? You've all fought so hard just to get here. The journey itself is what has strengthened you, your minds and your bodies. If I were to ask you to climb another 5,000 vertical feet, I have no doubt you would do it. That is the power that Samuragi, Garen, Xander, and the other have tapped into. What is the point of making the other so important if it's never actually be elaborated? It's probably Gunther, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You know what? I'm gonna say it. New theory. It's Anankos. He doesn't need this power because he's stronger than the Rainbow Sage, but it's Anankos. There we go. Everything's Anankos. Yes, I
Always has to
see
be.
what you mean. You say that as a joke, Seth.
Oh, you feel it, don't you? Like you could do anything you set your mind to.
Yes, I do. Thank you, Rainbow Sage.
Don't take me yet. There's one more thing I can do for you. Woo!
Wait, how do you know my name?
I know all about you, more than you know about yourself. Like your daddy. But that's neither here nor there. Now show me the blessed Yato, if you will.
Very well. Does this have to do with the Seal of Flames? Seth, out of curiosity, have you gotten the connection between what the Seal of Flames is yet?
I don't think so. Not quite yet.
Flame. What's another word for a
Flame.
flame? A fire. What's a seal? Well,
Emblem.
Fire Emblem. Yeah, so the sword that the Yato is the Fire Emblem. You know, it's actually kind of well hidden. It's actually a clever way to hide the Fire Emblem. It's like the crest of the crest of fire, or the crest of flame. Sorry, the crest of flame in Three Houses. It's actually one of the better Fire Emblems, honestly. Like if we're doing tier list about each of the item, the Fire Emblem in each of the games. The modern games have honestly done a good job with making the Fire Emblem something cool. Tellius onwards have really good Fire Emblems. Engages isn't written well, but I also think it's actually kind of cool.
You have been paying attention. Good. I must be the one who wields the Fujin Yumi.
What do you want from me?
Both of you lift your weapons, if you would. Now look at each other with calm minds and open hearts. This is the beginning. The Seal of Flames must be unlocked to initiate peace. I who forged the sacred blade, I who committed the greatest sin, I who wore the divine colors, I call on you now, Seal of Flames!
Something's happening to the Yato. It's changing.
The divine blade Yato is no more. You are now the proud owner of the noble Yato, its worthy successor.
I can feel a kind of power coursing through it.
That is nothing compared to what you will feel later. That's all I can tell you for now. Now, if my sources are accurate, there is a very confused army looking for you. I believe now would be an opportune time to return to Nohr.
You're right. I almost forgotten about that.
Understandable given all that you've been through. However, it would behoove you to gather your wits quickly and move on. I am certain greater challenges lie ahead.
What's chapter 20 again? I forgot. Thank you, Rainbow Sage. We are honored to have met you.
Well, it's been a pleasure to meet you as well. I just as pleased as punch that you didn't die on the way here.
I vow to return here and visit you once the war is over.
Oh?
What? Should I not do that?
Oh, pardon me. No, you would be welcome to visit me anytime. Farewell, Uwu.
Farewell, Rainbow Sage. Thank you.
I hope she can live up to the destiny that's been laid before her. I'll be long dead before I find out, I suppose. But still, it would be nice for her.
There's a lot of Fire Emblem characters that are exactly like Dumbledore.
It is actually an archetype. Hey, it's your favorite character to voice, Seth.
Well, long time no seemly behavior. Remember me? Of course you do, but why am I here, you must be pondering. Well, I got to thinking. I should do my part for hair everywhere. So I decided to fight by your side, and I was suddenly here. It's so kind of you to welcome me so warmly to Team Uwu.
Ah, Team Uwu. I Team Uwu all over the place.
Huh?
What?
It sounds like a group of people you would meet at Comic-Con.
People that ooh all over the place. Which of these is gonna be more useful for? Wait, what was the other option? Merchant. What is the skill of Master of Arms? If you notice, I got everybody to level 5, by the way, YouTube.
Good job.
I think it's this one. It's one of those two. I don't know which one of those it is.
Alex, who's your favorite character in this game?
That's actually a really good question, Seth. Okay, so it's gonna be that skill. So I don't think it was very useful. I think I'd rather have that. I might regret that choice. I don't know. I just know that this is what I did in my practice run and it worked out great. Let me check my Fire Emblem Heroes barracks. Because that'll actually help me get a better picture. That's a really hard question though, Seth. Because it's worth noting that I've pretty much never paid attention to the story in this game because I don't like the story in this game. When I play casually, unless I absolutely love a character, I don't do their support. I skip through the supports because I don't care, because I'd rather be playing the game than having supports. Except on first playthroughs. And while I've started playing Fates a lot more recently, I've also gotten really accustomed to hitting the skip dialogue button. So, do I have a favorite character? Like, as a unit, it's probably Corrin, honestly. Mostly because you can, the slight little customizations that you could do to their class, because a Heart Seal allows the units to reclass into a class that they love, and you can do a ton of customization with that in Corrin. There's stat customization that you have, and also the gender choices also mean that you could do different pair-ups, which means depending on what characters you plan on using and doing supports for the children units, Corrin fits in really well, allowing a lot of customizability there. Also, I just like the Dragonstone because it's great for choke holding points. Ryoma and Xander are also a ton of fun, just because because Ryoma's a fun dodge tank with a powerful weapon, or Xander's just a nice beefy man. Oh, nice beefy man. I like Leo a lot too. I'm probably gonna end up saying Leo, but I want to check.
Alex, you should sing the song about your favorite character.
I don't even know what my favorite character is, Seth. That's kind of a little harder said than done. I mean, easier said than done. I mean, I don't like the cast of this game that much.
You should sing a song about that then.
A song about being indecisive and not knowing what to say?
Yeah.
Okay. I can do that much easier. Yeah. Alex's Gone Corner, time to sing a song about being indecisive. I'm gonna use the first capo. No, I'm gonna use the third capo. No, let's try second capo. No, let's try a different chord. Indecisiveness. Wrong chord. Being indecisive. No, that's not the lyric. Being indecisive is never fun. No, that doesn't work. Is never fun. Sometimes you change the key because you didn't like the previous one, you couldn't decide. Sometimes you need time to decide. but sometimes you take up too much time, and that makes everyone else angry. And then sometimes you just go right back to what you had. Indecisiveness, decide what you want. You can't go living life not knowing what you want. Or maybe you can. A key change takes a lot of decision, but sometimes you change it again. Because you don't know what you want, but maybe when you find it, it still isn't what you want. So you change it again. You keep changing your mind until eventually you just give up. Come on, I don't know! Leave me alone! Wow. So, Seth, what did you think of that song?
I was a little indecisive about it, honestly. I can't really decide. You'll have to get to me in like 2 or 3 business days.
Okay, I've taken note of that response. Zachary, guess what I have?
Alright, Cole, are you ready for this voice?
You're not.
Not in the slightest, no.
Are those honey dumplings? Those are my favorite.
Well, it's about time I paid you back for all of that mochi you shared with me.
I can smell them from over here. Can I eat one now? Pretty please?
Of course.
Syrupy sweet with the faintest hint of salt. You don't mind if I eat another, do you?
Why don't you finish off the bag? There's something I wanted to ask you.
Yes?
You could have offered that red bean mochi to anyone. Why do you pick me?
Well, it's going to sound stupid now, but I thought we were about the same age.
Yeah? So?
There aren't too many young people in this army, and I thought we'd get along.
Still a war crime having these two.
It turns out you're a lot more grown up than I am.
I don't know that's true.
But it is. You're always thinking about your responsibilities to the Wind Tribe.
And you're always thinking about everyone else's feelings. That's very mature of you.
Thanks, Hayato.
It was kind of you to come up with a secret plan to share sweets with me. Thanks to you, I don't think we have to keep it a secret anymore.
Huh? What do you mean?
You helped me realize it's okay to be myself. I like sweets. I don't care if people know.
Aw, Hayato, that makes me so happy. Our secret plan is finished.
Yes, there's one thing I still want to be your pastry pal. You don't mind, do you? I know I can eat sweets on my own, but I'd rather eat them with you.
That sounds great. I'd like that too.
You know, there's some characters in this game, because how children in this game work is that the male unit, the children are, for the most part, there's 2 exceptions, are always tied to a male. But not every male in this game technically has has a second generation after them. Like, is Izana, for instance, if you, I don't even know if you, yeah, if you S-support Izana already has S-support with Korin, Izana doesn't have a child that comes from it. Hayato should not be one of these characters that by pairing up you get a second generation character. To me, that's actually kind of disgusting because he's a kid. That is
Yeah,
also
that would
one of the
be
reasons
pretty
why I'm pairing him up with Sakura is they're around the same age at least. So it could be worse. But I don't know. I find it, there's some things in this game that I do find kind of icky, and that's one of them. Also, the fact that you can essentially do incest. Speaking of which, I accidentally am doing that right now.
Not only something you accidentally do.
Well, I forgot that Azura is Takumi's adopted sister, but they're not related by blood. In fact, her mom married the Nohrian king, but then she was kidnapped, so it's still kind of yucky, but I could do much worse.
I'm sure you could.
I think I'm going
is
to in
that you?
Revelation.
It's the middle of the night. Are you alright? Ah. Takumi, you sound terrible. What's the matter? Are you in pain? Mother, no. Please don't. Oh my. Gas. Huh? Where am I? Azura? What are you doing here?
I hit the button.
Takumi, you were sleepwalking. I think you were having a nightmare.
Cole, I texted you that I could do much worse.
Alright. I'm very scared. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sigh. Oh, I was dreaming about the night my mother died.
See, he says my mother, not their mother. They're not real siblings. It's okay.
Yeah, obviously.
Alex, I don't think you should be trying to justify it.
My justification is that Takumi is statistically the best father of Azura's son. So that's my justification.
A good justification.
It's fine. I can't believe you saw me like that. I'm so embarrassed. Excuse me.
And statistically, Takumi's son, the stats of the mother don't matter nearly as much. So that's also how I'm statistically.
Whoa.
I'm statistically.
Azura.
It's a good pair.
What's with the bear hug? You've got a death grip there. I just realized.
I
So,
actually do genuinely.
Azul?
If I was actually thinking about it properly, I would not have done this pairing, though. Genuinely, I would not have. But I forgot, which is why it's happening. And it's too late to change our minds now, so I'm just going to go with it. Children, don't defend incest. Incest is always bad.
I don't
brings
know
the
if this
devil
is
back.
like on purpose, but Azura, like her name, so the Spanish word for blue is azul, and she wears a lot of blue and her hair is blue. And her name almost like looks like the word azul.
And when you're introduced to her,
Or
she's
wait.
standing in water. In Japan, her Japanese name is actually Azure. Sorry, no, that's not true. In Japan, I believe it's Aqua, not Azure. So her name in Japan is literally water. The Spanish word for
Water.
it, but yeah.
No one will ever replace Queen Mikoto, but I will always be there for you. We may not be blood related,
See, it's
but we're still
okay.
family.
Don't defend incest. It's okay. Don't defend incest. It's fine. Don't defend incest.
Azura, I have to be honest. I never wanted you as a sister. Oh goodness.
We all know where this is going.
Oh,
We all know where this is going. We all know where this is going. Young viewers, skip forward in the video.
Do I have to?
Oh my lord.
This is the S support conversation, Seth. They're getting married.
But the siblings.
No, adoptive, actually, yeah. Cool. I hope you enjoyed that, Seth and Cole and audience. And now time for a non-incestuous pairing. Sigh.
What's the matter, What's the matter, Hannah? You never seemed dejected during your training. Have you gotten tired of our one-on-ones?
No, it's not that. I always look forward to our sessions.
Then why are you heaving such a big sigh? Sometimes people just want to sigh.
Yeah.
I'll never improve if your attention isn't on the match. I need your best. Sometimes people just sigh. That's just what we do.
That's just the problem. I'm not improving from our matches.
What do you mean?
Since we've really started sparring, you've gotten less critical of me. Your comments were biting before, and it really got me working to prove myself. Now it seems like you're being more careful around me.
Huh? But you always got angry when I was making comments.
I know, but only when you justified what you said with that fact that I'm a woman. Since we're friends, I knew what you were trying to say, so I could forgive you.
Really? Why?
Because I like you.
What? Hannah!
I take a lot of pride in my training. If a guy treats me differently because I'm a girl, it really, really bothers me. I want to be treated the same as any other fighter. But I don't mind being treated nicely by someone I like.
Well, I never realized how you felt. But for my part, I was being less critical because I realized I was making you mad. And I like you too, so I didn't want to bother you that way anymore. I really like you a lot.
Do you mean that?
Of course, I like everything about you. How you're brave and strong and cute.
Aw, Hinata, that makes me so happy to hear. Together we can both sharpen our sword skills.
You of all people would bring sword skills into a conversation like this.
Of course I would. We both live by the sword, right? How about this, Hinata? We aim to become the greatest sword-wielding couple ever.
I like the sound of that. I think we could do it. Let's work together toward that goal.
All right. Yay! I love pairings that aren't incest. That's why I did an incest pairing. Sabaki, do you have a minute?
By all means, Zaburo.
I wanted to thank you again for, well, you know.
You've thanked me quite enough. It was fun to see a side of you I never would have guessed at.
No, wait, hear me out. That's not all I wanted to say.
Hmm?
I didn't think you'd let me off the hook for skirting the rules, and yet, you were really understanding. I was so grateful, and after a while, gratitude turned into something else.
Aboro, what are you saying?
You probably understand me better than anyone now, so I want to tell you I love you.
I'm honored that you would say so, Aboro. For my part, I must have felt attracted to you when you were working at the store. Maybe that's why I couldn't tear my eyes from you.
Sabaki.
If it wasn't clear yet, I love you as well. I want to be a light in your life, encouraging you to fulfill your dreams. You'd like to open a clothing store, right?
That was my plan.
Material. Then let me support you. All I want is to help you, Aboro. Let's make your dreams come true.
Woo, woo, woo! Okay. We got a couple more S supports. We're gonna try to do as many of the supports as possible, but I do actually have to eat dinner because I work soon, YouTube. So we're doing all the important supports, though. We are doing all those.
Setsuna, stop right where you are. I made that sound so evil. Jakob, what's the matter? Are you not looking where you're going? There's a huge hole right in front of you. She's going to fall in it. She does that.
Yeah. Pepper.
Oh, you're right. I was daydreaming and I didn't even notice it. That's why you're constantly falling for traps. You've got to be more careful. But I really enjoy daydreaming. I think of all kinds of neat things when I do it. Maybe, but you lose whatever sense of danger you have too. Fine. I suppose I have no choice. We'll need to watch over you from now on. What do you mean? It seems like you're constantly daydreaming yourself into trouble. Someone has to keep an eye on you. I suppose that someone can be me. I see. Thank you, Jakob. However, I can't watch over you every hour of every day if I'm just your comrade. Obviously, that would need to change. How would it change, though? Well, it would probably be easiest if we were to get married. What? That way, it won't seem at all odd for me to be around you all the time. I suppose that makes sense, but is that a good enough reason to get married? I suppose it might not be. To be honest, though, it's not my only reason for suggesting it. It seems that I've fallen for you, Setsuna. Wow, that was such an awkward way of saying that.
He's fallen for her. Fallen. Like in a hole. He's fallen for her. Please laugh. Please laugh. Please laugh. Please laugh.
Indeed. I don't really know how it happened either. Well, I mean, you did literally fall down a hole.
Yeah,
So, I
he
suppose
literally
it's a
fell
lot
for
like
her.
the traps you fall into. I didn't see it coming. There's no logical reason for it, but that could just be how love is.
Yaka. I'm sorry, I didn't even hear your answer before I started explaining myself. I like you too, Jakob. Even if you, just like me, act without thinking sometimes. I think we should be together. Really? I'm so glad to hear that. Remember, though, you said you'd help me stay out of traps. That's going to be pretty hard to do. Leave it to me.
Boom. That's all the S supports. We do need to get this. Now, we do need to get these A supports out of the way. Like, we have to.
Oh wait, that was me, right?
No, oh, that's right. Azima's me. Felicia, watch out. The pot is boiling over. Hustle and turn off the heat.
Okay, I got it.
We need more trays. Grab some from that back shelf.
Got it.
When you have the time later, go and inspect the stockroom, okay? We need to do an inventory of all the sundry goods, too.
There's so much to do. I feel like my head is spinning.
How can you possibly complain? This is an average amount of work. Any true maid has to be able to keep up with this pace.
You're right. Oh, Asma, guess what?
Hmm?
Everyone was praising me yesterday.
Really? Is that so?
Yeah, they've been saying that I keep getting better and better at doing chores. They say I've been making fewer mistakes, so things have been going more smoothly. It's all thanks to you helping me out.
Wait a minute. No!
What happened? Are you okay?
What have I been doing this whole time? At first I just wanted to understand your duties, then I critique your performance, and now here I am, all but doing your job for you. I didn't realize how much I was pitching in.
You really have. It's almost like you've become my assistant or something.
I just don't feel like my usual self. What's happening to me? It's like my personality is dissolving minute by minute.
Is that so bad? Who knows, maybe people will start calling you a nice person now.
That would be something. I guess this isn't the worst thing in the world. Being a maid is tough work, but it's actually pretty rewarding.
Yep, exactly.
I actually kind of like that support.
Damn.
Probably 2 more, including this one, and then I gotta go make food. Yum, yum, yum.
Mozu, guess what? I caught some fish for us to eat. They were really biting today, and this one was the pick of the bunch. Oh, it's massive. It might even be bigger than me. I think you might be right about that. You don't think it'll be big for you to cook, do you? I wish I could say no. You've got quite a sea monster there. I don't think I could handle all the skeeving and gutting by myself. He can help you. Oh, is that all? I can do it for you then. Huh? Are you sure? That's a lot of work. It's fine. I've done it before. Besides, this is the perfect opportunity for me to show you off my skills to you. Okay, I guess I'll leave it to you then. Impressed? I know, I'm just so beautiful and strong and reliable. Sure. I guess I'm a little impressed. You don't look impressed. You look more uncomfortable. Huh? No, I don't think I am. I'm just a little surprised, is all. Before I said you acted like a little kid, but just now you were acting very grown up. It's just funny is all. Sometimes you're like a little brother, but other times it's like you're the elder. Oh, I see. That makes sense. I never had any siblings myself, but there were a bunch of young'uns in my village. We all got along just like we were siblings. It was nice. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to remind you of any painful memories. No, it's all right. Sorry if I worried you. Not at all. But maybe I can do something to help.
What?
How about I be your brother from now on?
No, I don't like this idea. I'm pairing them together.
Huh? Alex?
No, do not say this. No, we're ignoring this part. We're ignoring this.
So what's happened?
He's pretending to be her brother now, but I'm pairing them up.
Oh, fun. That's a normal thing to happen, right?
No.
Alex, did you accidentally do a Takumi and Azure,
Okay, no, they're not ever actually brother-sister. It's kind of like a cosplay type thing, but still, this, I don't like that. Anyways, I need to go food. I need to go shove food down in my cluck hole.
On your what now?
My hole, my cluck hole. Bye, YouTube. Bye.